What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another vlog. Today's vlog is going to be a story time on how I got this go-kart, because as some of you might know, I'm starting the go-kart restoration project, and I thought before I did this story time I would show you the go-kart. Now, it ain't nothing special, it's kind of shoved into a little spot under this shed over here, but I will show you guys the go-kart. Alrighty, so you guys ready to see it? It's kind of just shoved back there, but you should be able to see it. There it is, right there. Right there. Go back there. Like that. See, it's kind of shoved behind the lawnmower. Gas cans, and everything else. So yeah, that's the go-kart. Now let's cut back to the... Oh, you couldn't see my face. But anyway, yeah, that's the go-kart. So now let's cut back to the garage and I'll tell you the story on how I got that go-kart and what happened after I bought the go-kart. Hi. I wrecked the scooter. My bad. What's going on, guys? What'd you guys think of the go-kart? I know you couldn't really see it, but you know, I didn't feel like pulling it out. And anyway, as you know, I'm starting the go-kart restoration build, and that video was originally going to be this video that I'm filming now, but I figured that I'd tell you the story on how I got that go-kart and what happened after I got that go-kart. So, anyway, how I got that go-kart is, me and my friend, we live right down the road from each other, and it was summertime, and we were riding bikes to each other's house. And we eventually got tired of that because it was really hot outside and we didn't feel like riding bikes anymore. So we started riding lawnmowers. Yes, they go slower than you can pedal a bike, but you didn't have to take the energy to pedal it or anything. So that got very boring very quickly because it was taking forever to get to each other's houses and we just didn't feel like doing it. So then I have a four-wheeler, so I started riding the four-wheeler to Justin's house and kept doing that, and then he got a mini bike. And he would ride that to my house, I would ride the four-wheeler to his house, and we'd do that. We'd switch turns, who comes over and all that. And then I started wearing the tires down on the four-wheeler to an unsafe level. So my dad bought new tires and he asked me not to wear them down. He said if you do ride to Justin's, just kind of stay off the road a little bit. And it's hard for me to stay off the road because if I stay off the road, I'm in a lot of people's front yards and they wouldn't appreciate that. So I start looking on Craigslist for a go-kart, something that I don't care if I wear the tires down. So, in the box, it was kind of an impulse buy. I bought it really quickly and I should have waited and looked a little better. But, so I saw that go-kart on Craigslist and I called the guy. I'm like, hey, I'm interested in your go-kart. Can you deliver it? And he said, I'll only deliver it if you're 100% that you're going to buy it. And I said, alright, let me think about it. And this guy lived 20 minutes away from me. So I call him back like 2 hours later. I said, if it works and it's everything that you say it is, I'll buy it. So he said, alright, I'll deliver it. I'll be there in about 20 minutes. I said, alright. So I expected to pull down the road a truck with a go-kart in the back of it. I thought at the time it was a normal sized go-kart, like every average size go-kart. And so I expected a truck to be pulling the go-kart down the road. What comes around the corner was weird. It was a car pulling a trailer with a go-kart on the back, and the go-kart was bigger than the car was. It's not bigger than a car is now because I took the roll cage off, but the roll cage added like 4 extra feet. And the trailer that it was on, it barely fit on the trailer. But anyway, they drop it off. And I test drive it and I'm like, alright, seems okay, I'll take it. And I bought it. And I go inside and I'm like, Mom, I just bought a go-kart. She's like, why would you buy a go-kart? I said, you know, to save the four-wheeler tires so Dad doesn't have to buy new ones. And then my dad gets home and I'm like, Dad, I just bought a go-kart. He's like, why did you buy a go-kart? I said, to save the four-wheeler tires so you don't have to buy new ones. He said, this is what he said. He said, I don't care about the four-wheeler tires. If I would have known that, I would have never bought that go-kart. But anyway, so I ride it to my friend's house a couple times within the day that I bought it. And the next day, I'm on the four-wheeler because I called my dad and I'm like, Dad, can I take the four-wheeler up to Justin's house real quick to grab something? He says, sure. And I would have taken the go-kart, but I had disattached the throttle cable to fix it. And so the go-kart wasn't operational. So I go up to Justin's house and I help him with his mini bike a little bit. And then I leave. And then as I'm coming home, my road curves. So if you're coming down the road, you can't see around that curve. So I'm coming down the road, and then what comes around the curve is a police car. And I'm like, so I slow down, and I'm gonna go slow past him. And then he rolls down his window and he stops me. He says, you shouldn't be riding that on the road. You should have a helmet on. And normally I do have a helmet on, but the reason I didn't have a helmet on is because I was only going up to Justin's house real quick. I wasn't planning on going fast. I was literally under 15 miles per hour the whole time. So he's like, where do you live? I said, at the end of the road. He's like, all right, let's go back to your house and talk about it for a minute. He said, he was a really nice cop. He's like, I don't want you to be riding those on the road because neighbors do complain. He said, you should have a helmet on. He said, but you need to keep those off the road. They're meant to have fun in your backyard. He said, you have a lot of land. You probably have a bunch of fun with those things in your backyard. He said, I'm not mad. He said, just don't do it again. He said, I don't feel like coming back out here and telling you this again. He said, I know you don't want me to come back out here and tell you this again. Really nice cop, super nice. I said, all right. And then he leaves. And I call my friend. I'm like, hey. He's like, what? I'm like, we cannot ride go-karts or four-wheelers or mini bikes on the road anymore. And he said, why? I said, a police officer just pulled me over and told me that. And he's like, what? A police officer pulled you over? I said, yep. He's like, you just bought your go-kart yesterday and you bought it to drive it on the road so that you wouldn't wear down the four-wheeler tires. I said, I know. He said, you basically just wasted money. And my friend, Justin, he was trying to make a deal with this guy on Craigslist about a go-kart because my friend wanted one. So my friend, he's like, should I do this deal or not? I said, do you want a go-kart? He said, yeah, I think it'd be pretty fun. I said, then do the deal. So my friend that weekend gets a go-kart. And how do I put this in comparison? My dad took the truck and trailer and dropped my go-kart off at my friend's house so I wouldn't have to drive it on the road. So we go over there, and the size comparison between our two go-karts is just unreal. It's like he bought a smart car and I bought a truck. I mean, it's unreal. Like my go-kart, I did not expect it to be as big as it is. My seat is like half the size of his go-kart. But he bought a yard cart so he could like ride it around in his yard. Mine, it would tear up my yard if I rode through it. So yeah, so that's how I got the go-kart, and that's what happened after I bought the go-kart. And now I'm just restoring it, repainting it, fixing some components on the engine, and maybe reselling it, maybe keeping it. I don't know yet. But anyway, this is the first video of the go-kart project. The next video is going to be me actually working with the go-kart. I know I said this video would be like that, but I thought I'd tell you the story first. So thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned because next weekend I'm going to be filming the first ever like actual me with the go-kart video. So stay tuned for that. And I will see all of you guys in the next video. Peace out.